What is going on, my IED students? Mr. Suffering here. I want to take this time to create a couple of other shapes in Autodesk Fusion 360. So let us get to it. Okay, so before we created a video to show you how to create these shapes, shape A, B, C, and D. Now, I want to show you how to create the right triangle as well as the base that you are to create for your homework assignment. So when I take it to Fusion, let's start with our right triangle. Up to this point, we've been using the 2-point rectangle to create our shapes. So this time we're going to use our line tool. So if you take a look at your right triangle, it is going to be on a different plane. We're going to start our sketch on a different plane than we started our sketch A. So when I go and create my sketch, instead of drawing it on this plane, in which I could, I am going to start with this plane so it can just stand straight up. All right, using my line tool. It's the first icon on your toolbar. I'm going to always start at my origin, and I'm going to click, hold, and drag up. I am going to set the dimensions for 2 inches, and I'm going to hit enter. And if in fact you make, you make a mistake, Control and Z is a very, very powerful option. Okay. So with that being said, to create sketch another line, you can hit the L key on your keyboard, and that's just like clicking on the actual icon. So I'm going to start at my origin, click, hold, and drag, and I'm going to set the dimensions as the dimensions it was given to you, 1.125, and I'm going to hit enter. Okay, I'm going to hit the letter L, and I'm going to join the 2 points, and I'm going to hit enter, and there we have our right triangle. And when I finish my sketch, you'll see my right triangle, and just like my first example, we're going to extrude 1.125 inches wide. Okay, and there you have it, your right triangle. Okay, now when you save that image, let's go to the base. I'm going to create a new design, and let's toggle back over. This is what we're creating right here. So I'm going to create a 2-dimensional square, extrude it up 1 inch, and then I'm going to use a 3-point arc to create this right here, the arc, and then I'm going to extrude it to cut a hole in it. So let's get to it. So I'm going to create a sketch. I'm going to select this plane right here. From there, I'm going to hit my 2-point rectangle. Start at the origin. Let's go ahead and make this. I'm going to give you just some different dimensions, but you're going to figure out the dimensions based off the shapes that's going to be resting on this base. So as I create my 2-dimensional sketch of my rectangle, I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude. Let's extrude it 2 inches. Let's say 1.5 inch. I'm going to hit enter. All right, now I have my 3-dimensional rectangle. Now I'm going to cut a arc right in the front. So I'm going to create another sketch, select the plane in which I want to sketch on, and then I'm going to go to create, and I'm going to go to my arc. I'm going to select 3-point arc. Let's zoom in some here. All right. So on my 3-point arc, I am going to select a point right here. And then I'm going to select a point right here. And from there, I am going to make my arc. stop right there. Okay. Once I finish that, I'm going to select Finish Sketch, click on my home view, and there we have a nice two-dimensional arc on the face of my rectangle. All right, from here, we're going to simply extrude. I'm going to select the shape in which I want to extrude. And then I am going to cut into it. Just like so. I'm going to select OK. There you have it. The base of your assembly. Okay. Now that we have that, we are going to create our assembly. So let me show you how to do that. So when you have your separate shapes saved in your folder, you're going to open up a new design, and you're going to have to save this design. So I'm going to, instead of saving it, I'm going to open up one of my test designs, which is right here. Nothing's on it. So to stack these shapes, I am simply going to, let's grab this shape right here. So I'm going to open up my data panel. Okay, let's just bag up some. I'm going to open up my data panel, go to the folder, which is your IED folder. And I am going to simply select the shape out of the folder I want to manipulate into one design. So I'm going to select my rectangle. And here it will allow me to move it up or down or rotate it. So I'm just going to rotate it like this, just for grins, 90 degrees. There we go. And from here, you're going to have to do a little toggling and orbiting around. I want this to be right on the work plane. Okay, let's bring it up. Let's move it around. That was good enough. Okay, so from here, I'm going to click on OK. And let's say if I want to stack my right triangle on top of it, I'm going to select this right triangle. And it's going to allow you to move it around and toggle and all that good stuff. So I'm going to take my right triangle and I'm going to set it right on top. And again, you're going to have to orbit a little bit just to get it just right. Okay. If you need to zoom in, I can zoom all the way in. Okay, and that's enough for an example. Okay, so that's an example. When you finish, you click on OK, and there you have it. Okay, that's just an example. But your image is going to look just like this. All right, so I hope this helps. And let's just do the best we can, and happy design. You all take care.